Good morning. The city is proposing another dedicated bike lane, this time in a southwest residential neighborhood. People who live in that area will have a chance to see how it affects them at an open house this week. The bike lane would cover about 40 blocks along 20th Street Southwest. It would begin at 20th Avenue near the old Children's Hospital, continue through the community of Marda Loop, all the way to North Glenmore Park. The roadway is already a signed bike route, and city officials say it's a key connection to the downtown core. Now, for motorists, there wouldn't be a lot of changes, except fewer on-street parking spots and some traffic calming measures along the route. This project is being called a bikeway and will look different than the downtown cycle track.
The facility that we're looking at are bike lanes, so they're painted bike lanes on street. So it'd be similar to what you see on Bowness Road or on 10th Street Northwest, for example. So it's quite a bit different than what we're doing downtown with the barrier-separated bike lanes, what we call the cycle tracks.
An open house on the new bikeway is planned for Thursday at the Marda Loop Community Association. Now, if you can't make it to the open house, you can offer your opinion of the project online between September 11th and the 17th. Just go to calgary.ca/bike projects. Overseas, Pope Francis is cutting the red tape at the Vatican. The Pope is radically streamlining the process for annulling marriages, something necessary if a Catholic wants to remarry in the Church. The new law Francis issued today will allow bishops to make fast-track decisions in cases where both spouses request an annulment. Progressive bishops have wanted the Church to be more merciful towards Catholics whose first marriages have failed. A little closer to home now, Nexen Energy is being allowed to reopen some pipelines that were ordered closed following a major spill back in July. The Alberta Energy Regulator is allowing a restart of 40 of 95 pipelines closed at Nexen's Long Lake oil sands operations southeast of Fort McMurray after reviewing maintenance and monitoring documentation. The remaining 55 pipelines, which contain several products including crude oil, natural gas, salt water, fresh water, and emulsion, continue to be suspended. They cannot return to service until Nexen shows the pipelines are safe. 5 million liters of emulsion spilled from a pipeline at Long Lake. It was discovered on July 15th, although it may have been leaking for several days. A U.S. court begins hearing a case this week that centers on claims that increased volumes of oil sands crude have been allowed to flow into the United States without adequate review. Both of the Enbridge oil pipelines between Hardisty, Alberta and Superior, Wisconsin already have presidential permits, but indigenous and environmental groups argue it's necessary to go through that process again if more crude is to flow through those lines. Enbridge says it's replacing one of the lines and pumping more oil through the other.